And that superpower is knowledge. Think about this superpower. If you had it, what would you like to know? If you had the choice to know anything at all, what would you like to know? Who can give me some answers? What is the dying thing that you would love to know more about?
My future.
Your future. Okay. All right, good. Anyone else? If you had the choice to know about anything in depth, what would you choose?
If I had a choice of knowing something, I would go back to the past and see how the Imam time, what the Imam were going through.
Ah, very good. Right. Okay. So one person wanting to go forward, one person wanting to go back. Anyone else? What about perhaps something that you might want to know right now?
I think I'd want to know the cure for COVID so everything can go back to normal, like Salat, Jama'ah, and reading Quran and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very good.
No,
Anyone
I want to
else?
add something. I want to add something to that.
Yeah.
I want to know where they put the vaccine because apparently 3 people died from it.
All right. Okay, good. Yes. Anyone else? Yes, Rida.
Yeah, sorry for being late. So my superpower would be to like whenever I tell, like when I grow up, if I, for example, wanna like help Islam and tell people about Islam, like non-Muslim people, whenever I tell anyone, I wish they could they could get convinced straight away.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. All right.
So I
Now,
want to know. Can I say?
yeah, go ahead.
I could read the future, like look at it.
Yeah, yeah, all right. Okay. Now, I want to link it with the birthday of a very holy personality that's that's coming up in the next few days. Whose birthday is that, please?
Imam Muhammad Baqir.
Yes, Imam Muhammad al-Baqir alayhi salam. And which month is that? Whenever you hear the name and of the birthday of Imam Muhammad al-Baqir, it should immediately trigger the name of the beginning of the month in your mind. What month is that?
Rajab.
Rajab. All right. It's a very holy month. In fact, can anyone tell me the Quran actually refers to 4 months, right? In which the Quran says travel on the earth. Okay. Why? Because there were 4 months that were regarded as being safe. They're regarded as being sacred. In the past, in those days, at the time that the Quran was revealed, there was a lot of fighting. Okay. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse talks about 4 months where it is forbidden. You're not allowed to fight in 4 months. And he's saying, travel, go ahead, no problem. Travel with, safety, because there won't be any fighting in these 4 months. What are those? Okay, that's 2. Any other ones? Dhul Qa'ada, and after Dhul Qa'ada comes what?
Zul Hajj.
Yeah, Dhul Hijjah. All right. These are known as the 4 sacred months in which fighting was forbidden. So the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran tells us, Fasihu fil ard arba'ata ashhur. Travel without any worries that you're going to be attacked, because in these 4 months there is no fighting allowed, and Rajab is one of those 4 months. All right, so that's coming in the next few days, and on the 1st of Rajab is the birthday of Imam Baqir alayhi salam. All right, now can anyone tell me, why did I say that there's a link between the superpower knowledge, having whatever knowledge you like, and the birthday of Imam Baqir alayhi salam? Layla, yes.
I think he was like really knowledgeable.
Very good. Very knowledgeable. Yes, yes. Okay, Layla, do you know his title? Like we know it's al-Baqir. Do you know the longer version of his title? Sorry.
Is it?
باقر العلم.
Very good. Very good. Baqir al-Ilm. Who said that?
زينب.
Zainab. Okay, now let's go further. Why is the fifth holy Imam known as Imam Baqir al-Ilm, or if you like, Baqiru Ilmin Nabiyyin? That's the full title.
It means
Baqiru Ilmin Nabiyyin. That gives you a very good clue. Nabiyyin means prophets. Ilm is knowledge, knowledge of the prophets. Baqir, what does Baqir mean? Anybody know?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's that?
زينب.
Yes, please, Zainab.
باقر العلم is the splitter of knowledge.
Good, good. And why was he called the splitter of knowledge of who? Of the
Prophets.
Nabiyyin, of the prophets, right? So Imam Baqir, his full name translates in English as the Imam who split the knowledge of the prophets. He split. What do we mean by split? He split it open. Why was he called that? Yes, Samin.
Was it because like it was revealed and like he shared it around? Is that what it means by split?
Yeah, very good, very good. Absolutely. It's because he had so much knowledge, right? Knowledge of the prophets, and not just he had it, but he split it open, meaning he made it available to the people, he showed it to the people, and like Simin was saying, he spread it. He spread it to all different parts of the community. Okay, this is why he's known as Imam Baqir Ilmin Nabiyyin, the Imam who split, showed knowledge of the prophets, and made it very available to the people. Okay, this is why he's known as that. Now, this is why I wanted to try to link that superpower of knowledge with the holy birthday that's coming up just in a couple of days, all right? And the 1st of Rajab. Now, I want to give you an example of his great knowledge. The Imam, alayhi salam, had a conversation with a Christian priest. Now, this Christian priest, he says to him that, are you one of us, meaning are you a Christian or are you a Muslim? The Imam replies by saying, I am a Muslim. Then the Christian asks him, are you a scholar? Meaning, do you have lots of knowledge? Are you knowledgeable or are you ignorant? Now, the first question, if it was asked to you, of course, we would all say we are Muslims, no problem. What would you say to the second question? If somebody asked you, are you a scholar? And let's say you are. Let's say you have studied many years in the future. You have learned a lot, and now you are, a proper scholar. Okay, so you are a scholar. But somebody is asking you this question, are you a scholar or are you an ignorant person? How would you reply? And why would you reply in that one? Yes, Simin, why is it tricky, first of all? Why is it a tricky question?
Because it depends about the person who we are, because we can't like really estimate how like knowledgeable or how Iman is to Allah. We can't like say, I'm very knowledgeable. I know Ilm al-Kitab. I know everything. So we don't really. I can't really say that.
Yeah.
I know a lot or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So this was a situation there as well, that, if the Imam had said, I'm a scholar, and of course he has all the right to say that because, who was more knowledgeable than him. If he says that I'm a scholar, it might look like he's being boastful, isn't it? It might look like, I don't know, somehow he is showing off. I'm a scholar, then what if he says I'm an ignorant person? Then what? Well, that's not good either. He's not ignorant, and it would really lower his status. It would really embarrass him in front of everyone if he says I'm an ignorant person, even if he was, just not trying to show off. So how would you respond if you had a big blessing, okay? Like you really were a scholar, but you don't want to be showing off. You don't want to be boastful, nor can you say I'm ignorant, because that's not good either. Okay, Layla, how would you respond?
Maybe you can say you're not either.
Okay, I'm not either, but okay, why would you say that?
So that you're not boastful and you're not lowering your status. You're just like saying,
Right.
I am, but I'm not.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, who else? Yes, Haura, let's see. Yes.
Instead of answering them, you can tell them that test me and then you will know.
Maybe you can say both. You're both an ignorant and a scholar.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll tell you what he said, okay? He replied by saying that I am not ignorant. Okay? I am not ignorant. Now, that is very interesting, isn't it? To say I'm not of the ignorant ones. You are not boasting, nor are you saying that you are ignorant and lowering your position. So what is the lesson we get from this? The lesson we get is that sometimes you will be asked difficult questions, and it's not always this or that, yes or no. So you can, if you're very, very clever, you can answer in a way that doesn't push you in a particular way, this way or that way, because sometimes questions are very tricky, especially when others are hearing, and you might get into trouble by saying this way or that way. And so what you can do is think of a third way. He says, I am not of the ignorant ones. What a brilliant answer. Isn't that brilliant? Because he has not been boastful, nor has he lowered his status. Excellent, right? So then let me give you an example of his great knowledge, yeah, and how he proved that he was so knowledgeable. So then this Christian priest, he asks him that, look, I want to ask you a question. Is that okay? Imam says, yes, ask. So the first question, now there's a number of questions. Let's see how many we can get through. Let me give you this example, okay? He says that which time is neither night nor day? Zainab al-Yasin. Yes, Zainab.
Fajr time.
Wow, excellent. Why do you say that?
Because it's kind of it's not night, but it's not day. Like the sun is not up fully, and the moon is not up too fully.
Yeah, excellent answer, right? It's neither night nor day. Brilliant. Okay, another question. There's many, but very quickly, all right? As we are coming to the end. He asks him, why do you say fruits of paradise are always fresh and moist and available to the people of paradise? When we go to Jannah, inshallah, we'll find fruits that are always fresh and moist, and they are always available. Whenever anyone in Jannah wants one of these fruits, they can just get them. So how does the Imam reply? He compares it. Let me give you a hint. He compares it to this world. Okay, Rida, let's have a look.
Beginning, I can see that there's something about limited, like our life ends, but in Jannah it doesn't. So fruits in life, they rot sometimes.
Yeah.
But when like we pull them out, sometimes they rot. So it's kind of like an example of life.
Yeah, good, good. That's good. The way the Imam responds, it says that look, it's just like the earth over here. When you have a look at the soil, right? He says the earth, the soil is always fresh and moist, and it's always available to people, right? So what the Imam is saying is that look, if we have an example here of something which is fresh and moist and always available to the people, then definitely it can be available there, because over there in Jannah, everything is much better. It's more complete. It's more perfect. You see how the Imam was answering? By giving an example from this world and saying if it happens here, definitely it can happen there. These are brilliant answers. And then every time the Imam answers, there's other questions as well. Every time he answers, the Christian priest is really amazed. And he says, I thought you said you want a scholar. The Imam keeps on replying by saying, I said I'm not of the ignorant ones. What a brilliant answer. Every time he answers, he said, well, you said you want a scholar. Imam says, I said I'm not of the ignorant ones. Again, answering brilliantly, not being caught in the trap of saying, yes, yes, I'm a scholar, or saying, no, no, I'm ignorant. He's always answering so brilliantly. So this is the lesson I would like you all to take away with you, inshallah, that if you are faced with tricky questions and somebody is trying to push you one way or the other, and both ways are going to be a little bit difficult for you, especially when others are listening, then you don't have to necessarily be pushed in those directions. You can, inshallah, in a very clever way, find another third option which they have not mentioned. All right. And this is how we appreciate the great knowledge of Imam Baqir alayhi salam, and gives us an idea why he was called Imam Baqir ilmin nabiyyin. And remember, Rajab, the first of Rajab is also his holy, the holy Imam's birthday. Let's use this holy month to, inshallah, build a really close connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he blesses us with the tawfiq to do this. Okay? Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum assalam.